Let's see the quick demo of OpenClaw, which is just set up or install in your local with using Docker Sandbox, which is protect your data, which is completely secure. So let's see the quick demo over here, like how it's working. So yeah, let me ask. Okay, so simply I can just ask this agent for OpenClaw, like, okay, create a folder name as this and also share that created path, so that we can ensure, okay, whatever the file they just created, also with this path actually they have just created. Simply hit enter. So here you can see they just use couple of tools which they are responsible to create these things, and also they just asking, okay, I have just created this folder test folder in this location, which is actually sandbox location, because we have installed the sandbox. So that's why I just created inside this in a root folder, and here that one, so that we have to make, we can just ensure, okay, it is available or not. So we can just open a Docker, and here we can go to this particular sandbox, go to that files, and here go to that root section, open clay, and workspace, and inside that workspace I can see the folder is there. So perfectly is working this agent, but it is completely secure. Now it is, don't lose your data, right? So this is that way, so that we have to trying to implement over here. And let's moving to start implement. So before you start implementation, I'm especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, so go to channel, this is my channel .NET real world example here. And previously also I just prepare some setups over here, so I'm especially recommend you can watch this one. And also I just created this one also, which is completely local, but this is not secure actually. So that's why I just come with this another one which can totally secure your data or your this private data. So yeah, if you want more to learn over here, so you can learn like AI integration in any application, any technology, and also front end back end as a full stack developer. And also if you want to build like mobile development, game development, and also you can learn many things over here. So now moving to start implementations. So there is some requirement actually required on this. So first of all, you required Docker, because we have to create a Docker sandbox. So you have to create a Docker, and also we required Ollama, uh, that we have to install inside the Docker, because whatever we are creating as sandbox, so inside that sandbox actually we have to use that local Ollama as well, right? So yeah, I think we first you have to install the Docker, and then also in your window operating system, this is that window operating system actually. So you can also install your WSL, and in WSL also supported Ubuntu like 24, so you have to install that also. So once you set up ready, so now you can just simply open is a Ubuntu system over here. And in this Ubuntu system, so first command actually I just want to install my Docker, like I just create Docker container where actually run my Ollama. So yeah, currently I have 6 GB GPU card, so that's why I'm just prefer to GPUs, running container as the GPUs. But yeah, if you don't have, so you can just simply use normal Docker container along with the Ollama only, right? So yeah, now once you hit enter, definitely it will create your Ollama. Yeah, already I have this container name, so simply I can go here and I can run it. So once you run it, now your container is established and it's running over here, right? So you can see this. So once you're done, we can just install our models. So which model actually we need? We need let me show you actually the list of model first, whatever we have, because that also takes some time. So this is that command actually. You can just use docker exe8 and then Ollama GPU. This is a container name, and this is your Ollama inside this container. And then if you don't have any model, so simply you can just pull this model, or first let me check that model list. So Ollama list. So now I have already see all that models. So I'm especially recommend Nemotron 3 Super Cloud, so which is also available in Ollama. So simply you can prefer this command like Ollama or pull, and then you can specify Nemostron 3 Super Cloud, and once you're done, so it will be installed. So simply I can just show it to you. just copy and add it, and once you're done, now it will be start to uh, download in your local. So once you're done, now you are able to see this model is available here, right? Again, you can just check this list command, so you will see that model is should be available. So yeah, now Ollama container is done. Also this their model is available. So now we have to create a sandbox like OpenClaw Sandbox. So how we can do that? Simply for that, currently see I don't have any sandbox and all over here, right? So that we can just try to use, and let me just clear is that. So clear that and just add this command, which is simply I can just try to docker run and OpenClaw Sandbox, and this is actually we have to define the port and also add the host, because we just trying to use our Ollama inside the docker. So that's why we just simply trying to host a docker internal, and also this is a gateway, and yeah, this is that required, node 22. So that's why we just mentioned. So it will be just first it will just download that image and it will run it over here. So simply I can just hit that run over here, and once you're done, now see my container is got created as a sandbox. And if I just see that image, so this image actually, this container actually depend on this node 22. So yeah, it should be install a image download first. So once you image download, and it will be running over here. So now it's nothing over here, right? So what I can do, I can here, now see also they just set my root path. So this is my root path after inside this container. So next step, actually we have to install all the dependencies, right? So first dependency, actually this is my system, right? So this is my sandbox system. So here I just want to as a actually Linux system, Ubuntu system. So I need to install or update all that package and all. So simply I can use this command, and don't worry, all that commands and all I just already create a document, so I'll just share with you as a GitHub link, and simply hit enter. So now it will be dependent all that, download all the dependencies, and yeah, let's wait to complete it. Now I can see is everything is download properly. So after that, let me just clear it. Once you're here, let me just clear, even let me just little zoom it so that you can easily see. And yeah, I think this is perfect. Yeah, so now next step would be we have to install OpenClaw inside this sandbox, okay, not outside, in local system, because that is not actually the good way to use OpenClaw. That actually lost your private data, right? So yeah, simply I can use npm install and hit enter. So now I can see that npm install that OpenClaw actually installed, but here some npm differences, but that is fine because currently 10.9, so that is supported. There is no issue. If it is not, definitely you can just upgrade using this command. Perfect. So now second step is that we have to open that OpenClaw, right? And we have to set up. So once you OpenClaw install, simply I can use this command, which is OpenClaw onboard, and hit enter. Now I can see over here. So now they see they just started OpenClaw, and they just provide some recommended baseline and all, and that is fine. So now it is just asking to some configuration, so that we have to set up. So here actually we have to do carefully. So first we have to, yes, there's a no issue, we can X, and yeah, here you can just use quick start or manually, but yeah, I'll just use that quick start. There's a no harm. So start that, and yeah, this is that provider. So which can I can use which provider I want to use for that on our LLM. So I can use local Ollama. So here I can look for this. Yeah, this is my Ollama, which is set up in my local, and hit enter. And this is that actually main part. So now see, if your Ollama is installed without Docker container, so definitely you can use it this one, and also you can use the local host. But yeah, if we have using an all inside the Docker container, definitely we have to change to over here to uh this. So let me copy and paste it over here. So see, we have to use http host docker internal, and then we have to specify our container, our Ollama port, and once you're done, hit enter. So once you hit enter, so now it will allow to like which model you want to use, like normally local model or cloud plus local. So yeah, we prefer both, so use that cloud plus local. And if it is properly connected, connection established for a Ollama and locally, so which also you can just define. Or here now see whatever we are trying to do actually inside this container is available. So now go back, go to that Ollama GPU, and you can see this connection established and it's proper logged over here in the Ollama container. So now we are good, and in here we can use that model which we just from that start we just download, right? So yeah, we can use that model which is this, okay, because this is actually recommendation. They just try to use Nemostron or other GLM5. So yeah, those are model actually perfectly working fine on OpenClaw. So yeah, I'll use this one and hit enter. And once you're done, now this is the channel where you just want to use, like whatever the channel. So yeah, currently I can just simply skip that part, but yeah, later on if you want you can just use it. As of now, simply skip now. And once you skip now yeah, here actually which search provider you want to use. So as of now I'll just leave it skip now, over here. And now final, no, not final, but yeah, the other one is actually configure the skill now. So yeah, we just skip that skill also. So in that, and also enable hooks, that also I will just skip now. And once you're done, now it will just start our OpenClaw. So yeah, we need to wait. So yeah, it's almost done. So I can see over here, if you scroll up, yeah, so control UI they just provide, see whatever your access URL. So this is local URL along with the provider token. So basically this is that actually we have to open it. So if you down now, see this is just complete. And also if you see this message, onboarding is completed, and now use the dashboard link above the control open. Okay, so once you're done, now you can just see this E1 and you can just open it. So simply I can just click on that, and once you click on that, simply you can see this issue, right? So this is that actually normal issue. We know like why it's not running. That's I will tell you like why it's not running. Because of see the access of this, this 127 and all, but actually our container we just use 0000, right? So that host actually we required. So for that actually we have to specify their port inside that container and that hosting as well. So now we have to fix that networking hack over here. So for that what I can do, simply we have to set that our ports, which is this 8789. So that is the one command. So I can simply use over here OpenClaw gateway, then port I am specify this, okay, and also use that and mark because we have to add another command for that. So simply hit enter, and once you hit enter, now you can see it will just listening something, okay, just we add, and also they just get agent model this, right? And yeah, now it's listening properly, there's no issue. And once you're done, now we have to start that socket bridge to port our one whatever this one, right? So we have to just add the one TCP to listening that point. So what I can do, simply I can use this socket TCP listening 8789 fork and reusable, and then TCP we have to mention this. And once you're done, now simply hit enter. And once you hit enter, now we can go back to here and you can just refresh. Now your OpenClaw agent is running over here, perfect, right? And this is the fresh installation, right? And that's why it's nothing over here. So what I can do, simply I can just check, okay, also I can see my default Ollama over here. If you want you can just change it, but yeah, right now I can just check this bit. So simply I can just check, okay, hi. So if it is responding, definitely it should work. If it is not, definitely might be some issue. So yeah, let's wait to see. Okay, perfect. Now see, I am able to see that get that response. Even that also you can see in this listening point, whatever your container. So that also just device pairing and all, and also whatever the request you can able to see. Same things also you can just check in your Ollama container inside. So whatever request they send, so it will get that response as well, right? So yeah, now we will test it. Okay, now this agent is working properly or not. So what I'll do, simply I can just ask so share the path as well, simply, and hit enter. And once you hit enter, now it will see it is quickly just create a folder. And also once you create a folder, it just mention that part. Okay, here inside this, because this is my root container, right? It is my container. So this is the main folder and this is the workspace we just defined. And here actually they just started, not outside this. Over here they don't have any access, right? So that is actually secure purpose. Actually we just added over inside that container, so only it will access inside that, so that they cannot access your personal data and all, right? So that was actually the goal. So yeah, let me make sure, okay, this folder is available or not. So go back to your container, go to here, go to this sandbox and go to this file. And if you go to this file, just go to that root, because they mentioned root, and open clay. And in this open clay they have that workspace, and this workspace, if you see this, that folder actually we just asked to create, so it is got created, right? And yeah, I think that's perfectly working fine. And also we can ensure, okay, this is not access to another uh, current system, right? So for that, what I can do, please create a folder in my C drive, and see what happened if I just ask, okay, create a folder in my C drive. So now they clearly say I can't access of C drive directly environment, because I'm working on this inside this, and it is isolated or local system, right? So this is perfect actually, right? So yeah, that we want, so that we can't lose our data. So I think this way you can just secure, create an open clay or set up in your local system without losing any data and all. Yeah, actually in upcoming session we will try to actually NVIDIA provide and others things like nano client, so that we will try to install. But yeah, before that also I think we are good with this also. Okay, so yeah, that pretty much good. And also yeah, I'll just share this document. I think that will help to you create, because I just defined all that steps over here. So this is my GitHub link, actually you can just refer. And in here I just step all that step I just down, so that you can just utilize. And yeah, I think instead of this model, I think you can just use the recommend model. And yeah, this is that container, this is that installation, and this is onboardings. And yeah, I think these are that final step where actually we just get some issues. So yeah, you have to this two command carefully. And yeah, basically we can resolve our issues for this. Actually the platform specific error, syntax error, and Ollama not found on empty response. So yeah, those everything actually we have taken care. So nothing actually you should struggle. You can just follow this instruction. Definitely you can just create an open clay in your local system inside the Docker container or Docker sandbox safely. So that pretty much good for this session. Thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.